Good morning everyone. Welcome to another video of mine. In this video I'm going to talk about how you can get selected as a full-time PhD scholar in various IITs in India. My experience as a PhD scholar from IIT Kharagpur will I think able to enlighten you on this topic. My journey as a PhD scholar in the IIT Kharagpur started in 2020 January. I applied for the PhD program in 2019 November, and the application process was online. Once you complete your online application, 15 days ago almost, or 15 to 16 days ago from the institution, they will mail you individually the written test date. For applying in the IITs, the criteria is you have to have your MA in the respective subject, and also you need to have your NET or SET. That is very important. If you don't have NET or SET, you are not eligible for application in the IITs as a PhD scholar. So when I applied for the PhD program, I had my MA, MPhil and NET. So I applied, and they informed me about the written test date. On the day of the written test, they actually given us question papers which contains two parts, part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is a comprehensive section. There is a long passage, and out of the passage you need to answer questions analytically. And part 2, there were 4 questions, out of which you are required to answer 2 questions. 2 questions are always very analytical and essay type, each carrying 25 marks. So if you are going to qualify the part 1 section, then only the examiner will evaluate the part 2 section. And there is a particular cut-off marks depending on the question pattern and types each year. But nevertheless, the pattern is same in all of the IITs as far as I know. So if you qualify part 1, then only your answer script will be evaluated for the part 2 section, and whatever marks you are going to have, then they will make a selection list. So I qualified successfully the written test examination. Then my name was shortlisted for the interview. The interview, actually in the interview, the various IIT professors, they make a panel. Almost in during my interview there were 9 IIT professors, I remember. So they will ask you about your research area. Most importantly, you need to have a SOP or a research proposal in the hard copy format with you during the interview, because in case any of them wants to see your research proposal, you might offer them the same. I have done the same thing during my interview also, and my research area was related to the medical humanities and health humanities, and related to the Indic philosophical assumptions. So my research area was quite interesting and new. So they asked me various questions related to the theoretical portions, related to the text, related to the in general understanding of the theory. So I replied all of the questions very successfully. And after 8 to 9 days, I received the email that I have been selected for the PhD program, and they already officially they emailed me the offer letter. So now let me talk about the fellowship pattern. As PhD scholar, during the first 2 years of your journey, you will be receiving 37,000. Earlier, when we joined the PhD program, we received 31,000 per month. Initial 2 years of our research, we received 31,000 per month as a PhD scholar. Then from third year onwards, our fellowship got enhanced, and we received 35,000 per year. But from last year September, IIT fellowship pattern has been changed and it has been enhanced. As a result, if you are planning to join any IIT as a PhD scholar, as a full-time residential PhD scholar, in that case you will be receiving 37,000 per month. And after 2 year, upon completion of your 2 year journey as a PhD scholar, from third year onwards you will be receiving 42,000 per month. So this is the fellowship structure. And let me talk about another thing. I have mentioned the term full-time residential PhD scholar. IITs don't have option for taking withdrawal, and the withdrawal is based on two conditions. I worked before joining IIT Kharagpur. I worked as a full-time assistant professor at the Department of English, Directorate of Open and Distance Learning, University of Kolani. But I wanted to send my resignation from the post so that I can devote my entire time for the research. So before joining the PhD program, immediately after getting the offer letter, I submitted my resignation and I joined as a residential PhD scholar. Okay. Uh, but interestingly, when you join there as a residential PhD scholar, already the hostel room will be allotted to you. And you will be able to have your fooding and lodging over there, and the hostel is very safe. And IIT has a very different ambience in comparison to other universities also. IIT life is very interesting because if you enjoy your research, you will get all the opportunities to explore everything. And from third year your fellowship will get enhanced, as I have already mentioned. You will be able to receive 42,000 per month. Now the withdrawal is if you get a job or if you have serious health issues. Withdrawal can be taken depending on two conditions. If you have a job, then after delivering your registration seminar, you will be able to take withdrawal. If you take withdrawal, in that case, you will not receive any fellowship from the institute as you are already having your job. And also you will be able to continue your research. If you get your job, sorry, then your research tenure will automatically get enhanced. IIT generally offers 5-year PhD program, but if you get a job, then in that case your tenure for the PhD will get extended and you will get 8 years time. And if you have illness, if you are suffering from any kind of physical problem or disease, in that case you might take temporarily withdrawal, which is permissible up to the 6 months. But after 6 months you need to submit important official medical documents on which the institute will be able to know that you are now safe and you are in a sound health. Then they will allow you to join. But during the 6 months, you will not be able to receive any fellowship as you were on leave, you were on temporary withdrawal process. So after joining the institution, again you will be able to receive your regular fellowship. That is the pattern of IIT, but generally IIT encourages every researcher to complete their research within 5 years so that they might not waste any other extra years of their life, which is very valuable. And what is the difference between PhD from an IIT or PhD from other universities? I have my MPhil from Jadavpur University Department of English, which is one of the prestigious departments in West Bengal. But I must tell you that if you want to continue your research in the PhD program, then university, if you have your JRF, then it is good option. You can get the adequate amount of money at the end of your month. Then you will be able to continue your research. But research is a very expensive process. You need to buy a lot of books, lot of materials, you need to visit the field for collecting fieldwork data, so a lot of things. And basically when we pursue our PhD degree as a researcher, that time we are already adult enough to support our own selves. So sometimes it's very bad to ask for money from your parents, from your family members, though they have the capacity to provide you. In order to be financially self-dependent, I must prescribe go for IIT PhD, because whether you have JRF, you will get that amount in IIT. If you don't have JRF, you belong to the institute scholar category. In that case, you will receive initial 2 years 37,000 per month, and after your completion of 2 years you will be receiving 42,000 fellowship. And as far as the leave is concerned, IIT leave rules are like any other office rules. As an institute PhD scholar, you will get 15 medical leaves and 15 casual leaves per year. And if you are a JRF scholar, then you will get 30 leaves per year. So, and also IIT has another provision for taking research leave. Research leave means if you want to visit library in any other states or any other countries, in that case you can obtain permission, official permission, and then you will be able to receive your fellowship for those days, and you will be on officially academic leave or research leave. So the system is very flexible, and IIT always promotes the necessity to engage yourself in an interesting research area. So, if you are passionate about research, if you want to finish your PhD under the guidance of a very good supervisor, living in a residential campus where you have a fellow feeling, fellow bonding, communal life, then you must visit IITs and you must try your level best to get through the IIT PhD entrance test. And what is the benefit of getting a PhD from IIT? The benefit of getting PhD from IITs, IITs are one of the important institutes of national importance in India. So if you successfully qualify, if you successfully submit your PhD degree, then you will be able to get numerous job opportunities. If you submit your CV anywhere for job, they will obviously consider you as one of the potent candidates for getting selected. And there is also one major difference regarding the PhD submission process in the IITs and in the other universities. In IITs, you need to publish 2 research articles in the Scopus Index journals out of your research. You may co-author the paper with your supervisor, you may co-author the paper with your friends, with your colleagues, and any other person, but your name has to be there as a second author or first author. So 2 publications in Scopus Index journals out of your research is interesting, and IIT always sends your thesis to an external examiner outside India. And also they send your thesis to any other Indian examiner or professor rank. So both the professors from different countries, one is from India, another one is from outside India, they will evaluate your thesis, and the evaluation is very impartial, very systematic, very wonderful, very fluid, and very structured. So they will evaluate your thesis, and once the evaluation report comes, you need to defend your thesis. After the successful defend of your thesis, you will be able to get PhD degree. So that is the process of getting through the entire process of PhD in the IITs. Hope all of you are aspiring to be a PhD scholar in any of the IITs in India, which is also a very prestigious position as well. So my best wishes for all of you, and just like and subscribe my channel for more updates, and please do comment on what topic you want me to make videos, because I'm open to make videos related to any academic issues or literature themes. Thank you.